Yes,
thanks.
sir.
Thanks, Al. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it,
My
guys.
man.
Arigato. Arigato.
Arigato.
Two, one, two, testing, 1, 2. Okay, welcome to Crosswaters, live from Los Angeles. Nyansuke. There we go. All right. Nyansuke が来ました。イエーイ。イエーイ。イエーイ。今日、早瀬さんたちが演奏するからね。よろしく。Michael, do you speak any Japanese?
Yeah, only Domo arigato, Mr. Abato.
Half of it is English. Paula, it's good to see you. How are you, Paula?
Hello, how are you?
I'm actually really good today. This is a big deal for me because it's the second anniversary of Across Waters. So, yeah. 今、パウロさんがですね、Paula, where are you tuning in from? You're on the East Coast, right?
From Florida.
Florida. パウロさんはですね、フロリダの方から今日一緒に話を聞いていただいてます。Would you like to send a message to friends here?
I hope everyone is enjoying lunch every day. No matter what.
皆さんが毎日をたくさん楽しんでることを祈ってますって言ってます。Paul, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Tex, it's good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well today, surprisingly.
That's good.
I mean it. So, yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah.
Likewise.
You've been doing okay?
Yeah, doing all right here in Los Angeles. Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
Yeah. 今、テクスさんはですね、ロサンゼルスの方から一緒にこういう話を聞いています。一緒に音楽を弾いてたことがあるんですよね、テクスと。Tex, I'm actually going ahead and inserting that we used to play music together as well. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. つくるさん、お元気ですか？つくるさん。
Hi everyone. Congratulations on making it to the second anniversary. That's a big deal.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。
本当に2周年おめでとうございます。
レンジー、同じく英語と日本語でお願いします。
じゃあよろしくお願いします。レンジーと申します。ロスに住んでます。It's good to meet everybody. I'm Lindsay. I'm here in Los Angeles.
Okay. Hey, Lisa, thanks for tuning in. How are you doing?
Hello from across the street.
リサさんはですね、僕の家の目の前に住んでる方なんですけれど、はい、アクロスタストリートと言いましたね、今ね。ありがとう。Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. Hey, Ash, do you have a message to send to friends right here?
Happy anniversary of this wonderful event.
Thanks, Ash. Thank you so much. おめでとうございますって言ってます。Mitchell is the king of pop in Los Angeles. He has like this great kettle corn. ミッチェルさんはですね、ポップコーン作る方なんですよ。でめちゃくちゃうまいんですよ、それ。いつか皆さんアメリカに来たら食べさせたいって思います。Do you have a message to send across waters to Japan or friends from Florida, Oregon?
Yeah, I mean, congratulations on the anniversary. You know, what you're doing is, you know, you're putting smiles on people's faces, and I'm glad you reached out to me to get me to stop with all my daily duties. You know, I'm just like running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I'm trying to like put everything together before I get married next month, and looking for a house, working on the business. There's just a lot of things going on, but it's nice to stop and pause and catch up with old friends.
今、メッチョが言ってるのですね、こうにして、今、忙しい毎日になってるんですよ。私の方は1ヶ月後ぐらいに結婚するんですけれど、なんか首が切られた鶏のように走り回ってたんですけど、なんか午後からこういうんで、招待していただいたんで、一回ちょっと止まって、時間をこういうんで皆さんと一緒に時間を過ごせるのがいいなっていうふうに思ってますって言っていただいてます。でちなみに皆さんね、メチョはね、日本の方なんですけど、メチョ、do you speak any Japanese at all?
No, I don't.
そうなんですよ。なんかね、すごく面白いんですよ。アメリカにいる日本人とまたね、日本にいる日本人、ブラジルにいる日本人とか、みんな違って面白いんですよね。Guys, so like I'm just sharing that, like, you know, there's Japanese people all over the world.And sometimes we might not even be able to tell because our gestures are a little bit different. The way we act are a little bit different. And, I think it's just kind of cool. All right. Okay. Let me take a moment to sip on my tea. Cheers, everybody. 乾杯。よし。送った言葉が波だったんですよ。wave。 the word that I sent you guys was wave, or in Japanese that would be nami. And I guess this is partially because I've been reading my friend's email. There was a phrase that was saying that we cannot get things done with the same thinkings that we used to do, which I believe is, I'm saying it kind of wrong, maybe kind of right, but I think it was Albert Einstein's statement that he made. 今までと同じ考え方だと、今の問題っていうのは解決できないって感じのことを僕に言ってきた方がいたんですよね。E メールで最後になんつうんかな、メッセージが書いてあった後に最後にそれが出てたんですよ。で、僕それ見てたんですけど、もう一つその下に彼が書いてたのが、毎日が最後の日のように生きましょうって書いてあったんですよね。And the other message that he had on there was like, live each day as it was the last. That was the other message that he was putting in right there. How many of you are surfers? 皆さんの中でサーフィングやる人っていますか? If you're a surfer, can you raise your hand? Surfers? Any surfers? Oh, there are surfers. Oh, great. オレゴンの方の方たちが結構サーファーですね。So basically, when I was in Japan, 日本にいた時にサーファーの人に言われたのが、この波は今日しかないって言い方されたんですよ。で、すごいシンプルなんだけど、僕それ素敵だなって思ったんですよね。So the phrase that my friend in Japan shared with me was, this wave is here today. And for some reason, that really made an impact on me. And now I'm translating that from my perspective, from what she said in Japanese. So the direct translation would be, この波は今日しかない。This wave is here today, or this wave is only here today, if I get more direct. で、思ったんですけれど、なんかね、こういうんで、例えば今メチュルさんが言ってたように、なんか毎日が忙しくって、なんかもうバタバタしてる、なんか首が切られたチキンのようになんか走り回ってるっていう風に言ってましたけど、So Mitchell was just saying like, like running around and like a chicken without the head and whatnot. But I've thought about this because I feel like, for me, what excites me, what makes me feel like I'm right here, right now. And when I thought about this phrase, I was like, really taken for it. So recently, with the two phrases that was brought to me by my friend, we cannot do the same thinking from how we used to do to solve today's problems, plus live each day as if it was the last day, came out this phrase that I'm about to share with you, which is ride the wave, surf today. Ride the wave, surf today. それでですね、この結果から、このすべてのなんかね、フレーズを僕、合わせて、感じたのが、この波に今日乗りましょうって言い方になったんですよ。で、一つ、言われたのが、日本の方に言われたのは、これは別に大したことじゃないと、これは当たり前のことなんですよって言われて、それが僕すごい素敵だなって思ったんですよね。So the thing that really impacted me, my friend from Japan, the surfer, was that she said it was like, oh, it's not a big deal. That's just how we live. She told me that in Japan, at least, if there was a good wave that day, the surfers would forget about their work and just go surf right there because they know that the wave is, okay, I'm getting a head nod from Michael and Autumn right there.
I started surfing when I was like a teenager, and I would literally skip school on when we had the hurricanes and stuff.
僕はですね、サーフィングを始めたのが自分がティーネイジャー、英語だと13歳から19歳の、その時にサーフィング始めたんですけど、例えばハリケーンなんか台風とかが来た時に、もう学校をサボって、サーフィングの準備しましたと。Michael, go ahead and continue, please. どうぞ。
I would skip school and I would go surfing because it was the oneness of feeling nature and its flows and its waves. Talking about the waves, String Cheese Incident has a song called These Waves.
Oh.
And it's like everything is a vibration on the earth and from the Big Bang. So we're just riding waves.
That's really beautiful. Give me a second to translate that my best. マイケルさんが今言ったのですね、もしそういうふうにいい波があるんだったらもうその波のために出かけましたって、もう学校サボって。で、皆さんご存知かどうかわからないんですけど、ストリングチーズというバンドがあって、Wave という曲がありますと。で、皆さんもご存知かもしれないけど、 この世界はビッグバンで始まったじゃないですか。で、その時から波があるんですよ。波はもう我々の周りいっぱいあると言ってます。Michael, thank you so much. Does anybody want to comment?
I just feel that no matter what we're doing, we could ride the wave of like an elevated mood and feeling good. So even if you have to work on something that it's not your preference or anything at all, I hope to be surfing that wave of enjoyment no matter what I'm doing. Because, you know, like, who was it, Mitchell, that is running with his head cut off of the chicken?
It was Mitchell, yes.
So I just feel that we all need to get stuff done, but we can ride that wave of just feeling elevated no matter what. And, you know, that's what I strive for every day, is to catch that wave every day of enjoyment.
どんなに忙しくっても、どんなにいろんなことが起きてても、でも、波、喜びの波って言い方にしましたね。The way you said it was like the wave of joy.
Just being aligned with who you truly are. And I think we're all beings of joy. And that's what we're always seeking. But sometimes unpleasant things come. But even during the unpleasant or the stress or the pressure, you can kind of just align yourself and make sure that you're riding that wave no matter what.
That's really great. I'll be honest with you, like, you know, that is very hard for me to do sometimes. And there's days when I feel kind of down and basically shitty, but if you can do that all the time, girl, good on you. I really respect that. 今、パウロさんが言ってるのはですね、どんなに辛いことがあっても、どんなにいろいろあったとしても、その、喜びの波っていうのには何とか乗れるんじゃないでしょうかって、忙しいかもしれないけど、やっぱり我々っていうのは喜びの、我々自身が喜びのために生きてるんじゃないでしょうか。我々は喜ぶためにいるんじゃないでしょうかっていうふうに言ってて、楽しむため、それをしっかりと、狙って乗っかるようにするのが大切だって思いますっていうふうに言っていただいてますね。
波ってなると、やっぱりその、なんか、運の流れに乗るとか、あとは、その流れに任せるっていう意味で、その流れの波に乗るっていうイメージで、イメージがあります。私たちも音楽活動を始めて、約2年半ぐらいになります。でもその間に、ちょうどコロナの直前ぐらいから実は始めてるんですけれども、まあやりたいこと、注意もしながらもやりたいこと、今来てるんだったら、今、まあ乗っていい時期じゃないかっていう形で、そのライブ活動をずっとやり始めて、で、なんとなくなんか流れに乗っていくと、ずっと演奏活動をすることができているという、そういう状況になっています。
なんかそのままの感じでやるって感じなんです。なんか無理じゃなくってって感じですね。So what she's pointing out is that she was saying a couple of things. They actually started officially working as a duet together about 2.5 years ago. And the way she is saying that the wave is supposed to be ridden, you want to ride the wave. And but rather than trying too hard, letting it happen, you know, just kind of letting it flow in a way, is she feels like it's the better way to go so that you're not forcing it. I think this is really interesting. 今、早瀬さんが言ったようになんか無理にやるんじゃなくて、なんかちょっとそのままなんとなく乗せるっていうのも、ある意味でちょっと脱力をそのまま利用してる感じですよね。なんか変に努力するんじゃなくて。So for power, there's two extreme powers in Japan. One is 努力, which is like effort. And 脱力 is like the power to let go. And we were talking about this, like, you know, maybe the way you want to ride the wave is like, you know, not trying so hard, but just kind of letting it flow and just going. 鳥羽さん。
はい。僕自身ですね、ちょっとまあ、仕事の都合とかであんまりいい波が来てない時期が続いたんですけど、まあ、ここ最近、実は去年結婚しまして、はい。で、まあ、そこからいい波が来るようになりました。楽しい波だなって今感じてますね。
My friend from Japan, Toba, is sharing is that like about a year ago, he got married. The wave has been kind of like, you know, a little not so good for him. But once he got married about a year ago, the wave has been good, he is saying. ありがとうございます。Lisa.
When we were skiing, there was what skiers call a bluebird day.
Bluebird.
Well, it was a bluebird day and a powder day. So it means it was blue skies and the fresh snow had fallen. And we walked past this cafe and there was just a sign on the door said, we're closed today. It's fresh snow, and I'm going to get my mom and we're going skiing. And I just thought that was so great just to have something that you enjoy so much that nothing will stand in your way. And to be, not sorry about it.
スキーヤーたちが使う言葉で、ブルーバードデーっていうのがあるんです。青い鳥の日。それをどういうことかっていうと、青空があって、で、さらに、ちょうど雪が落ちた次の日っていうのがもうその日らしいんですけれど、そういう日があった時にもう思い切ってなんかもうスキーに来ましたって感じの話をリサさんが分けてます。で、ここがポイントになると思うんですけど、そういうふうにやって、例えば何か他に仕事とかあるかもしれないけど、もうそれをやったことを、悪いことしたって思う必要がないって。それを思わないでそれのめり込むのがいいんじゃないでしょうかって言ってます。Lisa, do you want to add on to that?
No, I just would say that I just think it's a gift to be that, to have that much enthusiasm for something, to love something that much.
Music is kind of like that for me, for sure. And for me, like, 今リサさんが言ってたのは、なんか生きててそういうふうに喜べる何かがあるっていうのは本当にいいことじゃないでしょうかって言ってて僕は自分の音楽の話してるんですけど、So say that something is going on in my day, but usually if a new composition just kind of pops in, I stop everything and I just focus on that. That often happens, and luckily for me, I'm getting to the point where I immediately am able to capture those compositions these days. So, and that's kind of like the wave for me that I try to capture. Al, it's good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Al, how are you?
So good, Go.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm actually doing really well. I'm glad to see you. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to catch you today. Would you like to share a message from your perspective of the wave or something that might be going on with you right now?
Okay. So the wave to me is constantly,
I like that. That was a good moment where you just kind of got silent. That was already deep right there. Keep going. 今、あるさんに僕ウェーブ、波っていうのはどんな感じですかっていうのを聞きます。
constantly flowing, right? And it's about when I notice the flow in the wave, what I do with it, right? It's a choice.
アオさんが言ったのは、波っていうのは常に動いてるって、だからこの、仕草があったんですね。常に動いてる。で、その中の流れに、あなたが気づきますかって言ってるんですよね。で、その流れに気づいたときにどうするかっていうのがポイントだって言ってます。
Yeah, so the wave's constantly flowing, and it's a choice when we get to see that, when we get to interact and kind of step into that wave, right? Because there's opportunities constantly. Like I'm at a restaurant right now. I could create right? There's a flow going right now.
例えば、私は今レストランにいるんですけど、波っていうのはここに常についてます。今レストランにいますよね。そのレストランの中にも波があると。I'll continue.
Yeah, so, right, the opportunities are endless, an infinite amount of waves constantly crashing in life. And it's each person is experiencing that, and whichever wave each person or I feel called to, right? If I feel called towards something, I'm going to follow that wave till it lands up on the beach, right? To the whole experience of it. That's where it's taking me.
波はね、こういうので、続いてますよね。で、それぞれ、いろんな人がいろんな波を、経験すると思うんですよ。波がぶつかったりいろいろ起きてて、それを自分がどういうふうにやるかっていうのが自分で決めることなんですよね。波は、砂浜の方にも来ますし、また、通っていくし、で、それと自分がどうやって、反応するか、どうやって自分がそれと歩み向かうかっていうのがポイントになるかって言ってます。Wow, You guys doing okay? Everybody kind of together? 皆さん大丈夫？いい感じになんかいろいろ意見聞いてて、ちょっと僕酔っ払ってる感じだったんですけど、maybe it'sもしかして飲んでるお茶のせいもあるかもしれない。I'm actually a little drunk from all the topics that you guys are giving me. It's kind of like it's kind of a cool kind of a high, but it might be the tea I'm drinking too. But, it is Japanese tea. つくれさん、どうぞ、お願いします。
Yeah, I'm echoing a lot of, a lot of people, what a lot of people have already said. 皆さんが言ってらっしゃったことを、ちょっとこだまする形になるんですけど、this pandemic, for the last few years, like two years, have been very interesting for me because I lost my job of 21 years, which led me to come out as transgender. I'm transgender man. I'm transitioning right now. 過去2年ぐらい、このパンデミックが始まってくらい、からは、すごいとっても、面白いというか、興味深い時間で、僕にとって。で、僕は21年働いた会社が潰れて、職をなくしたんですけど、その職をなくしたっていうことが、僕トランスジェンダーなんですけど、トランスジェンダーとしてカミングアウトする機会をくれたっていうのがあって、So it's been great, but so at one point though, I had this moment of like kind of the moment that I admitted to myself that I'm completely lost. すごい、カミングアウトできたことはすごい自分で良かったなと思ってるんですけど、どうだろうな、2ヶ月くらい前に、もう、なんていうの、自分が、もう、なんだろうな、どの時点に、自分の人生の中でどの時点にいるのかわからない。もう迷子になってるっていうことをすごい気づいたというか認識した瞬間があって、So that's kind of frightening, but so like, we were talking about waves, right? So riding a wave, usually a positive thing, because 波に乗る。日本語でも波に乗るって言いますけど、それはポジティブなことなんだけど、but at the same time, like, it's a scary moment when you kind of have to go with the wave because you have no control over wave really, So, but so there was this moment that I realized that I'm completely lost and I just don't know where I am and I just have to like reinvent myself. And that was kind of a scary moment for me, but at the same time, at that moment, I surrendered. I just kind of, I made up my mind, okay, I'm going to surrender and I'm just gonna see like where it takes me, whatever. So, that was a great moment for me. And that I think gave me the opportunity to, grow as a writer. So anyway, そうそう。で、すごい、波ってコントロールができないので、波に任せるっていうのはすごい怖いことだと思うんですけど、僕がもうどこにいるのか、自分がどこにいるか、これからどこに行くのかわからないって気がついたときに、もう降参しようと思ったんです。降参しようと思って、波に身を任せようと思ったときに、なんだろうな、それが、僕、物書きなんですけど、やっぱり物書きとしても成長する機会を与えてくれたような気がします。以上です。That's all.
Okay, thank you so much. What's the name of the cat, Autumn?
His name's Luca.
Luca? Cool.
Yeah, Luca. He's a Scottish fold, so his ears are folded back. And he has the most unique tail I've ever seen for a cat. It's like just a straight line of like poof.
That's
He's
cool.
very cute.
Ash and Brian, why don't you go ahead and give us some of your thoughts?
First of all, everybody's sort of responses have been lovely, particularly Sakuru. Thank you for sharing your story. That was wonderful.
今、ブライアンさんが言ってるのはですね、皆さんの、話、すごくしっかり聞かせていただいております。特につくるさん今、分けていただいた話、ありがとうございます。素晴らしかったです。どうぞ、Brian, go ahead and continue.
So we're sort of in an interesting position. I won't get into sort of details, but we find ourselves with a wave that is breaking in two directions. And so we're trying to figure out if left is a better direction or right is a better direction.
What wave was that we just saw right there?
That was a dog way. Ripping the cord out of the wall.
ブライアンさんが言ってるのは、なんか今、波が2つあって、そのちょっとなんかね、どちらに行くのかなっていうのをちょっとバランスしてる感じのところだって言ってます。Brian, just hold on just one second. うち聞こえますか？
いけますか？いけてますか？
お久しぶり、お元気よ。
お久しぶりでございます。すいません。
ありがとう、ありがとう。
いえいえ、外なもんでちょっと、ちょっと、あれで、ね、電波がちょっとごちゃっとしたんですけど、はじめまして。
ありがとうね。
おられまして。いえいえ、とんでもないです。
今日は大阪ですか？
今日大阪です。家の近所の、コンビニの前で撮っております。
ありがとうございます。
はい。いえいえ。
tuning in from Osaka, Japan.
はい。いろいろお話聞かせていただきまして、まあ、僕もその波っていう、その捉えどころのないものと認識してるんですよ。その言葉と。捉えどころのないものと。はい、思っております。
Okay, so what he said is that he also thinks that the wave is something that you can't really tame in a way. どうぞ続けてください。
やっぱ目に見えない波をつかむのに、
はい。
やっぱり自分の気持ちを作ったり、
はい。
そこに立ち向かうために体を作ったり。
わかります。ちょっとそこまで言わせてください。So what Uchipi is saying is that, like, the wave is something that we cannot completely tame. And to be ready to, like, face the wave, you would, like, make your body, you would make your spirit, you would prepare. どうぞ続けてください。
はい。するんですけど、それをするのに、このコロナ禍ですごい考えさせられたりしたんですよ。
このコロナの状態になってですね。
はい。っていうのも、
So what he during this pandemic, because he has some time, he's been thinking about this wave quite a bit. And the reason is, どうぞ続けてください。
で、僕も一応ミュージシャンで、ライブがなくなったり、その表現する場所がなくなったりしたんですよ。
The biggest thing that was really hard on him is that he's a musician as well, and the place where he can perform and express was taken away with the pandemic. どうぞ続けてください。
今まで流れてた波がなくなってしまった状態になったんですよ。
Because of that, the reality was that the wave that used to be around, because of the pandemic, it was completely washed away, taken away. どうぞ。
でもその中で、新しい表現とかを身につけた人もまたいるんですよ。
はい。And in that kind of a condition, there's people who actually found a new way to express. どうぞ。
で、僕はちょっとその波に、新しい表現を見つけ出した人たちの波に少し遅れてしまった形になったんですよね。
ずいぶん素直な、ありがとうございます。And what he's saying is for Uchipi, like, it was, he feels like, those who found the new way to express was one way, but he feels like he was a little late in finding the new form of expression. どうぞ続けてください。
はい。で、それをすごい反省というか、ゆえにもっと気持ちというか、ゆえに今はもっと逆に自分で新しい表現を見つけて、と思っております。
でもそうするとあれですね、逆に、遅れたかもしれないけれど、そうだったらどうするかっていうところで立ち直ってるっていうふうに理解して
そうですね。もうまさにもうその通りです。はい。
ありがとうございます。But what he's saying is that maybe he didn't quite catch that wave that was everybody is finding a new way to express. But because of that, he is finding a new way of catching something now. So what I said is that, like, maybe like you are finding the way now, and he's in the process of rebound, and he's 今はどんな感じの状態です？ちなみにどうですか？
もう今はですね、僕一応ヒップホップをしておりまして、
everybody like I am a hip hop artist in Japan.
もう自分でビートを作ったり。
うちび、ちょっと待って、今いきなりやってもらってもいい？ちょっとフリースタイルちょっとしていただいていいですか？
ちょっと待ってください。
せっかく表現できる機会与えてんだから波に乗ってください。どうぞ。
はい。
guys, I'm gonna, here's a little surprise. You guys are gonna be lucky. You're gonna hear some fresh stuff from Japan. どうぞ。
Yes. 日本語でいいですよね。もちろん日本語で。
もちろん。もう普通にやってください。
ちょっと、すいません。 ゴーさん、久しぶり。自分の不利を見て我が不利直す。自分が直すことは多々ある。この世の中のコロナ禍、何があるかどうだかよくはわからなかったけれども、この2年考えさせられる事件がいっぱいある。それは試験、テストじゃないかもしれないけれども、like US と自分が S と M の曲線の中で何を描けるかが重要。この波乗せてくれてありがとう。ゴーさん、サンクス。
Cool. ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。もう。
すいません。
That's some fresh rap from Japan for you guys right there. ありがとうね、うちぴ。ちょっと次の方に行きたいと思います。Hey, Mitchell, do you wanna share anything at all, Mitchell, from what's been going on? Mitchell. うちぴ、本当にありがとうね。今、かっこよかったよ。One of the participants was just mentioning, mentioning about like being so busy, but there's like a wave of joy all the time, and we could decide. The wave is always there. We can look at the flow. I'm kind of summarizing what's been going on in the way I see it. When you see the wave and you see the flow, you can decide to step in or not, and it's always just continuing. But you want to share anything?
When you speak of waves, like I remember like in college when for me, college, I was just smoking a lot of weed, like ditching class, just trying to get a girlfriend, cooking a lot. I learned where I like to cook, during that time in my life, but I also hit like very dark points. And, sometimes, like I was going to school in Cal State Fullerton, and I drive out to like Santa Monica by myself, like, at midnight just to get away. And I'd sit on the beach, like, and just kind of close my eyes, meditate. And, when you're right there on the water, you can hear the waves coming, and it sounds like it's getting closer and closer, But
Let me translate to that point, Mitchell. Just one second.
Yeah.
私は大学の時なんですけど、例えばマリワナとかやったり、ちょっとダークな時期だったりもしたんですよね。何しろなんとか彼女を作ろうとしてたとかあったんですけど、すごいダークな時期で、でもそんな中で、例えばですね、ちょっと時間をかけて、サンタモニカ海岸の方に行って、車を止めて、波を聞きに来ました。で、こういうで砂浜のところに座ってると波がだんだん近づいてくる感じに聞こえてたと。Mitchell, continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I wanted to get up. I wanted to open my eyes and see what was going on, but I needed to find like a calm place. And you have like this fear that, the water is going to hit you. I was thinking that, the water was receding and there was going to be a whole wave was just going to wash me away. But I found a sense of peace, knowing that the ocean is just, with all of its power and might, it's just going to keep going, in waves, the ebb and flow. And, it's just something that you can't control, I mean, you can control how you react.
今ね、メチョウさんが言ってるのはですね、そういうんで座ってて波を見てたと。で、波ってやっぱり怖いって言ってます。海だし、こういうんで近づいてきたり、それを、操ることができない。でもそれをそのままにさせることはできるんじゃないか。それにどういうふうに自分が反応するかっていうことには、自分で決めることができるっていうふうに言ってます。メチョウ、continue.
That's just something that I always think back on when I feel like there's so many things that are out of my control, but then also when things are great, they say a rising tide lifts all ships. And I try to, like, if I'm having a good week in business or I'm just feeling good, I try to share that with others and spread that around, because it's, it's like energy is powerful, and one person might only know have 5 friends, but those 5 friends might have 5 friends, and like together, it's just compounds and compounds. Like the little things make all the difference, and all we can really do is just control like our own thoughts and how we react to certain situations. But I mean, it's good to come together like this, and I love that you invite me every time.
Thanks, Mitchell.
It's just, it's yeah, it makes us more human to do these things because we're able to.
レッチェルが言ってるのですね、なんか例えばですね、なんか自分が何か喜びを感じたときそれを分けたい。何か感じたらそれを誰かに伝えたい。例えばですね、友達が5人いたとするじゃないですか。5人の知人がいたとする。そしたらその5人の人たちはまたそれぞれで知ってる人たちがいる。で、なんかどんどん広がっていくじゃないですか。その知り合いの輪っていうのが。で、いいことがあったらそれをみんなで分けるっていうのはすごくいいことだと思いますって言ってます。で、さらに彼が言ってるのは、こうにしてやっぱりみんなで一緒に集まるのっていいことじゃないでしょうか。で、そうするとエネルギーもなんかこの渦のようにしてなんか高まってもっと良くなるっていうふうに言ってて、だからゴーが僕のことをなんか絶えず呼んでいただいてこのようにして参加する機会を与えていただいているのがありがたいっていうふうに言っていただいてますね。Thank you so much, Mitchell. Brian and Ash?
Yeah, Ash had to step away for just a second.
Thanks for waiting, Brian. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, I enjoyed hearing the rap. That was awesome. Thank you so much. And
うちラップありがとうって言ってますよ。
Talking about, we can only control our own thoughts. I thought that was a lovely sentiment as well. We sort of find ourselves in the position of riding a wave left or right. And, I don't think one particular way is better than another, but it is sort of interesting to be in a spot where you have to make that decision. And
in a way, we're always in that position where we have to make a choice if it's going to be the left or right, huh?
It's an exciting prospect, but also, not going in a particular direction can also be sort of sad as well. So.
今、ブライアンさんが言ってるのはですね、右の波、左の波ってあるとして、どちらが、どちらの方がいいとかっていう問題じゃないんですよね。で、両方ともいいかもしれないし、片方もいいかもしれないし、って言ってます。Is Ash making popcorn in the back? I thought I heard some popcorn popping, but maybe it's
it's very possible. She is a popcorn.
Or maybe it's Mitchell's making some kettle corn in the back. I don't know. Okay. Guys, thank you so much. ちょっとここで切り上げましょう。そうしないと僕はまたバカみたいに首の切られた鶏のように走り回ることで。Yeah, I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to be like the chicken who just lost his head, like running around in my room. Actually, but I see Kurt. Kurt, can we get one word from you? Kurt, it's good to see you. It's been a while.
Over the last few years, I've discovered that I am moved by a tide. That's the closest I can.
Wait, what's the difference of the tide and a wave?
Well, I call it a tide because it kind of ebbs and flows, and when I go against it, I can feel it. When I allow myself to work with it, just move with it, feels different.
That's interesting.
I just found it curious that you were talking about waves.
Thank you so much. 今ね、クルトさんは、ウェーブの他の言い方、タイルって言い方したんですけど、なんか今日この話をしててなんか面白かったと。なんかそれに、逆らおうとすると、やっぱりうまくいかないし、なんかそれを乗るようにするのがやっぱりポイントじゃないでしょうかって。だからみんながその話をしてて楽しかったと。Okay, so guys, let's finish right here. Feel free to just keep yourself logged in and, when the live happens, when the show is going to happen, between the songs, feel free to shout or clap or like jump up in your seats if you want to. ライブに次入るんですけれど、演奏の途中でもなんか演奏終わった後でもなんか叫びたかったり、パチパチやりたかったりしたらもう、本当にライブで、盛り上げてください、一緒に。とりあえずでも一回ここで、このままログインしといたままでいいので、ちょっと休憩します。それでライブにします。Guys, see you in a bit. Thank you so much. Bye!
そしたら、早瀬さんたちちょっと準備に入ってください。
私たちは R&Y と言います。I am R&Y. On piano and vocal, Yasuko. On bass, 龍一。
早瀬さん、ちょっと今、電波が悪くなっちゃったみたいで、見えないです。
見えない。でも、そうだ。こっちも止まってます。なんだろう。
止まっちゃった。Guys, just one second here. The signal connection, it seems like it's not so good. 戻ってきた。やったーイェーイ波がいい感じになりましたね。
赤いポストの似合う街という曲を やります。
The song they're about to share with us is called the town that looks good with a red post box. Japanese post boxes are red in Japan, so just so that you know, like in the United States it's blue. アメリカだとブルーなんで皆さんに今説明しておきました。どうぞ。綾瀬さんお疲れ様です。携帯ちょっとすぐに、つなげないと消えちゃうかもしれない。今、電池マークが出てるから。演奏は最後まで聞こえたんですけど、携帯ちょっとつなげてください。I'm telling them that they might want to power their battery because we just got a signal that their battery was a little short. 大丈夫かな？まだいるかな？ Yeah, let me get ready here and hopefully like, we won't, 早瀬さんとかどうだ？戻ってきそうかな？戻ってきた！やった戻ってきた！ They're back now! エピックでしたね。なんかもう映像が、音はずっと撮ってきてたんで大丈夫ですよ。なんか映像だけ途中で抜けましたけどね。面白かったです。いい波に乗りましたね。すごかった。Wow, that was pretty epic, man. Okay. わがままそのまま So I'm me, now I'm me, yeah, I'm me. Now me, that is all that we need. I'll be myself, won't you be yourself? 'Cause That's what this world needs indeed. わがまま、そのまま、このまま、わがまま、そのまま、僕のまま、Japanese mama, hey, hey, I love your mama,わがまま、そのまま。So today we talked about the wave. 今日はこの波について話しました。It could be hard, 難しい but you got to catch that wave. なんとかその波に乗ろう。今日でもいい、明日でもいい。Maybe today or maybe tomorrow. Just be yourself right here, right now. But as somebody pointed out, just let it be, don't try too hard. It's a little easier that way. あんまり難しくしないで、そのまま簡単になんかゆっかりと、なんかちゃんと乗りましょう。Yeah, just relax, let your shoulders drop to the floor, and take a deep breath as we roll on the floor. 床に肩が落ちるぐらい落ち着いて、そのまま自分を楽しませる感じでいこうぜ。脱力、努力。As they say in Japanese, 努力、effort, and 脱力、letting go. These are the two words that I want to share with you today, including the wave, which is nami. But as Kurt said, sometimes we could also say tide. Well, let me let my friend Al right here inside. So Al is joining us once again. Just ride the wave. Al was doing a good job surfing. I can see it over even behind the screen. So I hope all of you found something today to take with you and be with yourself. なかなか自分でいるのが辛いこともある。でもね、その素直さがもしかして僕たちを助ける。Sometimes being vulnerable, honest, is really hard. But I believe that the honesty that you pour for us is gonna save somebody else's life, including yours and mine. So just let it flow and relax. I know that life could be definitely hard sometimes, but I hope for all of us the beauty that it brings will give us enough joy and hope to keep on living a little bit each day by day. 毎日をしっかりと生きよう。難しいことがあってもそのまま自分でいてほしい。だってせっかく生きているじゃない。We're all alive if you think about it. This in itself is a miracle indeed. So even if it's hard, as one of my friends said, yeah, despite all this, we keep going. Alright. So I'm me, now I'm me, yeah, I'm me. Now me, that is all that we need. Be yourself, I'll be myself, 'cause that's what this world needs indeed. Alright guys, here we go. You're gonna learn some Japanese today. わがままそのまま。皆さん今日ね、アメリカの方なんかと一緒に日本語を歌っていただこうと思ってます。わがままそのままこのままわがままそのまま僕のまま Japanese mama love your mama hey, hey. わがままそのまま American mama African mama Latina mama, European mama, global mama, waga mama. So I'm me, now I'm me, yeah I'm me. Now me, that is all that we need. Just be yourselves, now be myself, cause that's what this world needs indeed. Wagamama. So everybody, go ahead and unmute your microphones and get ready to sing this along with me. 皆さん、マイクを解除して一緒に歌えるようにしてください。ぜひ、このままね、一緒に僕の後に続いて。Okay, guys, just repeat after me from the deepest part of your hearts. Here we go. Wagamama, hi! Sonomama, hi! Wagamama, hi! Sonomama, hi! Wagamama, hi! Sonomama, hi! Wagamama, hi! Sonomama. Okay, guys, we're gonna shout in Japanese style after me. Here we go. Wah! Ga! Mama. Mama. Wah! Ga! Mama. Mama. One more time. Wah! Ga! Mama. Mama. Wah! Ga! Mama. Last one. Mama. Guys, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Give yourself a hand of applause. みんな自分にパチパチやってあげてください。Just be yourselves, everybody. そのまま自分でいようぜ。Okay, one more time. わがまま、はい。わがまま、はい。わがまま、はい。Okay, last one. わがまま。Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much.